Today we're talking about dividing a polynomial by a monomial. So as we can see in the numerator here, we have a binomial, two terms. In the denominator, we have one term, a monomial. So what we're going to do first is just split this up, and we're going to rewrite this so that every single term in the numerator is divided by the term in the denominator. So I have negative 12r squared over 4r plus 4r over 4r. And now we're just going to simplify just like we divided monomials a little while back. So I'm going to divide out a 4 with the negative 12, and I would have negative 3. Divide out the r with the r squared, and that would just leave me with r. So I have negative 3r left over from the first term. Bring down the plus. 4r divided by 4r is just 1. And that's it. Here's the next example. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm just going to separate this first, rewrite it so that every term in the numerator is divided by the term in the denominator. Definitely make sure you take time to do this step, because otherwise it's hard to keep track of what you've divided out with what. So now I'm going to just simplify per term. So 7 divides out with negative 14, I'd be left with negative 2. X divides out with x squared, and I'm left with x. So for the first term, I have negative 2x. Bring down the plus. 7 divides out with 49, and I'm left with 7. X divides out with x, and I still have this y here, so I would have 7y for the second term. And these are not like terms, so I can't combine those at all. So now I have a polynomial, excuse me, it's actually a trinomial in the numerator, and still a monomial in the denominator. I'm going to do the same thing. Rewrite, that's the first step. And this is negative 16a over negative 4 plus 32 over negative 4. And I'm just going to go through and divide out common terms. So negative 4 divides out with 8. That would give me a negative 2. I'm just going to bring that down right away. So I have negative 2a squared. And negative 4 divides out with negative 16. That would give me a positive 4. Make sure you put a plus sign here. And let's bring down that a. And negative 4 with 32 would give me negative 8. And instead of doing plus negative 8, let's just do minus 8. Okay, let me show you one more. This one's a little bit more involved. We can handle this. So I'm going to do the first step. I'm going to rewrite. Put every single term in the numerator over the term in the denominator. And now we're going to simplify. So 6 divides out with negative 18. I'm left with negative 3. X squared divides out with x cubed. I'd be left with x. And y cubed divides out with itself. So I'm just left with negative 3x for the first term there. I'm going to bring down this minus. I have 6 divided out with 6. That's just 1. X squared divides out with x squared. Y cubed divides out with y to the fourth, and I would just be left with y. So for the second term here, I just have y. And now I'm going to give you one to try. So go ahead and try this one, and we will continue all of this in class. See you then.